Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 post-game. We have a new mod of the week also, which I will show here. Also, I should probably adjust this to the correct music, because that reset again. There we go. So, the mod of the week is Alliance Casual Uniform Swap. Cerberus to Alliance. So instead of having a uniform that is Cerberus, we do have still this dress uniform with Cerberus logo, but the main one is actually replaced with the Alliance uniform. Since we have quit Cerberus, this is very appropriate. You might also remember this uniform from Kaiden in the first game. That's pretty nice. And we also have some things to do now that we have destroyed the collector base. Mostly talking to all of our crew members. So let's start with Joker. Everyone has a bit of a comment, but it's a very small comment, so this will go pretty fast.
Hey Shepard, glad that Collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right? It's never over.
Yep, it's not over. Not even close.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
He has nothing else to comment on. But we also, in fact, have some crew members that we have not yet completely finished talking to. Which is interesting in and of itself, but is also a bit confusing.
Didn't expect you to light up that base, Shepard. Hell of a way to tell the boss you're quitting. I wish I could have seen his face. It's not over, though. Bad guys on the horizon. And now Cerberus wants your tail. Never boring, huh? I don't know what kind of time we have, but we better dust off and stay ready. You sure as hell know how to make enemies.
Yep. Got more enemies now.
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Like I said, it was where I met Miranda and got scouted by Cerberus. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel from a Batarian bioweapon. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Yep, nothing more here. But we do have more things to talk about with Morden.
Collectors destroyed, base in ruins. Extremely impressive. Elusive man will be displeased. Fortunately, not human myself. Not my problem.
Well, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Salarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
Yeah, that was kind of an obvious answer.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless. Statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Yeah, and that's why it's confusing. Because if you're not done talking to everyone about everything, in fact, they are still talking about this mission not being likely to succeed. Whereas it has already succeeded, so, okay.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based, invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved, reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Solarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Interesting. Good to know.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Gordon.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Mordin Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case, regardless. Thank you.
Mordin, you are still alive, as you can quite plainly see. It is interesting, though, if we can find some biography vids of him already, stating that, we kind of destroyed the collectors, sort of, kind of, maybe, with help. Alright, then the crew quarters. Also some comments from all the different party members.
I was just thinking about you. Oh, Shepard. The engine room? Really? Right there where Tali works? Okay, I have to know. Just how genetically modified is she? Because... wow.
Quite a bit. Also, it's a good point. And that's the last comment that she has. Let's go talk to Thane.
You had to make a difficult choice, Shepard. For what it's worth, I believe you made the correct one.
Yep. You might see a pattern. Everyone is like, yeah, you did the right choice by destroying the base.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Yeah. And mostly there's still not that much to talk about aside from that one comment. Also, yes, we got Dr. Chuck was back.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need some time to get my thoughts in order.
But no comment from that, which kind of makes sense considering. Legion does have something to talk about, though.
An interesting choice, Shepard, Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
You did things that seem very strange and irrational. Good job. We did the same thing. But yes, so Legion is talking about the Reapers. How they are kind of a lot of consciousnesses melded together into one big Reaper.
You told me the Reapers were more my future than yours. You knew what they were, didn't you?
Transcended flesh. Billions of organic minds uploaded and conjoined within immortal machine bodies. Each a nation. We did not know. It was one hypothesis among many. When Nazara corrupted the heretics, we touched its minds. We perceived they were different from ours, but could not tell how.
Okay, so they had an idea that this is what the Reapers are doing. But yeah, that's just an idea that they had. which turned out to be correct.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Still mining Bitcoin. Alright. Then we have Garrus.
First Sarah, now the Collectors. Remind me never to get on your bad side, Shepard. I almost feel sorry for the Reapers.
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Because of course he is.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
Alright. Next, Miranda.
We had to do it, Shepard. Taking down the Collector base was the right decision. The elusive man might not agree, but we had no choice.
Yeah, you made that point pretty well.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Also nothing new. But most importantly, that's not the right observation deck. Most importantly, we do have something to talk to Samara about.
I wanted to tell you, I believe you did the right thing by destroying that base. The elusive man thinks he has the wisdom to utilize it, but he does not.
Yeah, the elusive man has very little wisdom overall.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you. I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Well, let's start from the beginning. The mercenary part.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the Collectors for advanced technology.
That seems unlikely, considering the lifespan. That must have been several hundred years ago. And we never knew about the Collectors until like 2 years ago. Unless the Asari knew about them and didn't share? That's kind of weird. But yeah, it would be kind of rude to accuse of slavery when she kind of said that she discovered that they were slaves.
I can't imagine you went along.
I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The Collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
I mean, if you can get to the mass relay in time, you're technically faster at fleeing than they are. Especially if they don't follow you through.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues, and released the captives on the Citadel.
That sounds reasonable.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled, throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
Okay, so that's already from the Justicar part. That's one reason to destroy a village, I guess.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we have a corrupt politician, can you deal with that? Sure. Blam.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
I mean, a raid that's called off is still a raid. They probably raided someone else instead. But what's that about a Spectre?
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus. He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
Yep, Nihilus. We knew Nihilus well. He is kind of our role model in the first game, until he got shot by Saren.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
Yeah, well, that's just a car for you.
How did the fight turn out?
I had the advantage, but he was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
So more fables about the adventures of Nihilus. Unfortunately, Bioware never really expanded upon that all that much. Like, there's no other material aside from this small bit of lore and what we've seen in the first game. Which makes me wonder whether they would be interested in making another Mass Effect game that focuses on Nihilus, because that would be really cool. But anyway.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
Yeah, can't really argue with a Justicar. But yes.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We got through it just fine, thanks.
We'll finish this mission, and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
We already have. Alright, well that's all for this deck. Let's go to engineering. And let's start with talking to Grunt.
We fought a great battle, Shepard. And when you blew up the base instead of handing it to Cerberus... Something to think about. If you killed the most dangerous thing in the galaxy, that leaves us.
Does that leave us as the most dangerous thing in the galaxy? Also, you know, it leaves the Reapers. We destroyed the larva of a Reaper, not an actual Reaper. But yes.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
He also doesn't have anything else to say. You might be wondering, what happens if you do keep the base and give it to Cerberus? Well, actually, instead of everyone saying that you did the right thing, good job, everyone says you did the wrong thing, but we have to deal with it. Every single person is like, yeah, that was not a good idea. Which is a bit hilarious, considering what the outcome of that choice is in the next game. It really doesn't matter all that much. I'll just say that.
Back for more. One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened.
Alright.
You smoke, Shepard? Don't. That stuff will kill you. Knew a kid once. Weapons dealer. Probably half your age. Bastard smoked too close to a cache of explosives. Tossed a butt, blew himself sky high.
Well, that is a very valid reason not to smoke.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
So at least Zaid still has some stories to share. Let's go talk to Jack.
Hey.
What's happening?
You got a lot of questions, don't you?
Yep.
If I want to talk to you, I will.
Been thinking. We've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. Shepard, you got feelings for me? Because I don't need the complication.
Interesting choices. This one seems to be the most interesting choice.
I'm not buying it, Jack. You're trying too hard.
Screw you. You don't know me. I've had enough.
Fine with me.
Right? You're too needy. That's not my thing.
Right.
Stop that. Stop playing with me. This should be easy. Why aren't you easy? I don't want to deal with this right now. Leave me alone, Shepard. Just for a while.
We're just messing with Jack at this point. Alright, and then that leaves Tali.
I can't believe we destroyed the collector base. They said it couldn't be done. Then again, that's said about a lot of things you do.
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that. I've been thinking about the last time we talked, and I do trust you. I hope you know that. This means something to me. It means a lot, but I don't want to share you.
I never knew that this was in the game. So, the two games are not that different in that sense, but they are different in the gameplay mechanics after all, like I said. Oddly enough, there are two choices and not three, but okay.
Tali, there's a good chance that none of us are coming out of this fight alive. Don't ask me to choose.
I'm not asking anything, Shepard. One way or the other, you know how I feel. If you want to find comfort in someone else's arms, I won't hold it against you. Sheila, it'll be easier for both of us. Just keep it honest, okay? It's a small ship. Word travels.
Well, Kasumi was right. And that is all of the conversations that we can have on the ship. Now, I did mention that there was the arrival mod. So, let's see what that is all about. If you recall, there's been this arrival thing in our journal, which says, important message incoming from Alliance HQ. Check private terminal. Check your private terminal for a message from Alliance HQ. The arrival timing mod makes it so that this does not trigger until now. Why? You will see in a moment.
Incoming message from Admiral Stephen Hackett, Alliance HQ.
Commander Shepard, I need to discuss a sensitive matter with you privately.
I'll take this in my quarters.
It's Hackett! Excellent. He has a mission for us, like in the first game.
Thank you for your time. I'll keep this brief. We have a deep cover operative out in Batarian space. Name's Dr. Amanda Kenson. Dr. Kenson recently reported that she found evidence of an imminent Reaper invasion.
So why call me?
Just this morning I received word that the Batarians arrested her. They're holding her in a secret prison outpost on terrorism charges. I need you to infiltrate the prison and get her out of there. As a favor to me, I'm asking you to go in alone.
Yep. So, this is the Arrival DLC. For one, there's a Reaper invasion, and this is the reason why it's so much more appropriate to have this trigger after the suicide mission is done than when it originally triggers, which I think is after Horizon, of all things. And, like, this is a very invasive trigger, as in, as soon as you go to your private terminal, this is a talk that you get. You cannot check your emails or anything like that, so that's why the mod is really useful in that sense. But also, that's one thing I really dislike. Hackett now has a model. The thing is, throughout the entire first game, we were interacting with Hackett through the comm system. And that was cool, because Admiral Hackett was a cool voice. Now he got a model, and obviously he is nothing like anyone ever imagined him to be. And that's not great. I'm kind of disappointed. I really wish that they would have kept him without a model all the way through. I understand that they would have liked to give him a model, but like, don't do that after an entire game is done when he does not have a model. But anyway, so we have this problem over here. The problem with Reaper invasion, you know.
I thought the Alliance denies the Reaper threat. That must be some proof she found.
Kenson's team found an artifact out in Batarian space. She believes it's a Reaper device, proof that the Reapers are indeed planning to invade. I've known her a long time. If she says she has proof, it's worth checking out.
Yep. So the Reapers might be invading right now. Or at least there's some proof of a Reaper invasion that is imminent. Also, in another thought is that finally we're talking to Admiral Hackett again. He is from the Alliance, and now we're also no longer part of Cerberus, so once again it makes a lot of sense that this DLC would trigger as it is. And actually it was one of the last, if not the last, DLC, if you don't count the thing that's mentioned in the main menu, to be released, so it's very likely that the trigger is made unintentionally wrong, because Bioware just assumed that everyone would play the DLC after they're done with the main game, which is kind of reasonable to think about. Anyway, so we have this deep cover operative, Amanda Kenson.
What else can you tell me about the operative?
Amanda's a top scientist and an Alliance agent working in Batarian space. It's a deadly assignment, and she's one of the few up to the challenge. She and I go back pretty far, Commander. I won't let her rot away in a Batarian torture camp.
So I guess that's why this is also a bit of a personal favor.
What is Dr. Kenson actually doing out there?
She's a deep cover operative, Shepard. We talk only when we have to. I'd heard she was investigating a rumor of a Reaper artifact in the system. Her last report said she'd found it.
Yep, got that from you already.
The Batarians won't take kindly to the Alliance breaking into a secret prison.
This is not an Alliance operation. It's one person going in alone to save a friend. If it were an official mission, of course the Batarians would be upset. You keep this quiet, Shepard, and there's nothing to worry about.
Hey, we want to be part of the Alliance. Or more or less, maybe we kind of already are back to the Alliance already. But yeah, that's supposed to be a secret mission. Interesting how that works out. You'll see in a bit.
I have a hell of a squad with me. I'm sure they'd help out.
Jensen is my friend. If the Batarians see a squad of armed soldiers, they'll kill her. This is serious, Commander. Go in with discretion, or don't go at all.
Yeah, we cannot bring squad members into this mission. And it's technically a stealth mission.
I'll make this a priority.
The prison is hidden underground in a Batarian outpost in Aratat. I'll upload the coordinates now. Once she's secure, confirm her discovery. We'll debrief you when you're back.
Got it.
Hackett out.
And there we go. Go to Aratat. And a bit of information about Aratat. And some Paragon points. So, that's what we're doing next. Dealing with a Reaper invasion. As part of a service to the Alliance. Or at least to Admiral Hackett. And the actual thing is... let's see, we're at the Omega 4 relay. Is... there it is. It's in the Viper Nebula, all the way out here. Well, let's go there. But we will start this mission. Oh, nothing to explore around here. We will start this mission next time. See you all then. Later.